Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome to Babu Speaks. Yo. All right, so we got sound. And this has have become more like an insecurity and a paranoia where I'm like on my page to ensure that sound is good. Because the last thing I want to do is have a show that goes on for 30, 40 an hour, however long, and literally no sound. That is so disappointing. And one thing that my preoccupied mental disorder cannot take is disappointment, failure, and shortcomings. So the last thing I want to do is fail myself. And the people that take the time out to literally chime in on this show, showing support and can't hear shit. They see us moving and mouths moving and no sound. So like, all right, we got sound, we good. Title, episode 11. Kicking off, we've got 6 episodes left in season 4, and then what? Season 5. Season 4, to my opinion, has been pretty fucking good because I'm just trying to make each season better than before, and that is how most shows are. They grow, they get better, they progress, things of that nature. Like I'm using cordless mics, direct mics where I can literally put it to my mouth and you don't hear no reverb, you don't hear no screaming, none of that shit. So like the sound has gotten better. Like it's nobody tell me how to do this shit. You feel me? Nobody says, hey, look, this is what you need, this is the equipment, XYZ. I learned it on my own. I call it homegrown, which is what most people call it when they kind of like figure the shit out of them. Now I've asked people who have experience with things like that. It is what it is. But I think from season 1 till now, like watch any of those as through the progression, you'll see the growth. But without further ado, but tonight, the topic, and who hasn't heard this adage or this old saying? The grass is greener on the other side, but the title is literally like the grass is always greener on the other side. Or is it? You gotta watch to the end. Really, like, just rock with us. Just give me 20 minutes. And if we don't wow you in 20 minutes, then you can log off and do whatever you want. But like literally, like I'm encouraging everybody to comment, definitely share the video. Even if you don't watch the whole video, at least do all the steps. This is YouTube. Do your job. Your job is to like, comment, share, subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm at 136. I'm trying to get to 500. I'm trying to make a living out of this shit. Because I got something to say all the time. It is what it is. But and then reactions. If we say something that you feel you can fuck with, heart that shit, hundred that shit, sad that shit, mad that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can do that in the chat section. It is what it is. But the grass is always green on the other side. Or is it? Find out tonight, y'all. Look, I'm gonna introduce my guest. Y'all have seen one of them on a couple of the episodes, and love the fact that he keeps coming back and rocking with us, doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely on some high level, activity type stuff. He's a promoter, like he's literally an artist, he's dealt with artists, he's dealt with people that's got a lot of buzz and business type thing. So like I love when he comes on and he's such a I don't even know the fucking word for it. Like he's a very intelligent dude. You feel me? Right, but not like on some. Oh, he literally passed high school. No, he's like intelligence. He's like philosophical. He's smart. And I don't like having conversations because I don't know what the fuck you talk about, bro. He educates me now. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, like I can't really keep up with some of the shit he talks about because of the intellect and the way he comes. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And then he's a little sarcastic because that cancer in him. I'm a cancer too, but he's a little bit more like, he's a big crab. He's porcelain, and I'm just like, I'm a Merlin crab. No, I'm not a snow crab.
No, you said I'm a snow crab.
No, yeah, well, you got a little spice like a snow crab, but I would not put you in that category. You know why? Because you kind of like an incognito snow crab. Any of y'all that are in the zodiac cancers, they actually break the crabs down into 2 sections: blue crab, snow crab. The blue crabs would be be my crying ass, my emotional ass. At the end of the day, like the snow crab is more aggressive. They're more. I'm not gonna say aggressive in like a like a Gemini type way, but they're more so like assertive. They really like don't really like let you get away with a lot of stuff like a snow crabs do. You feel me? But it is what it is. That's another topic for another day. Trap, tell them a little bit about yourself. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show. This is kind of coming like a regular. So bad boy speaks is kind of coming contagious. You feel me?
I've been loving it, man. Being able to come in here and vibe, kind of going to not so much a debate, but kind of see the differences in relationships. It's kind of broadened my
And
understanding.
this is subject matter. He's not really running the show, but he's running the show, y'all. Because I'm still the HNIC. If you don't know what that means, Google it, bitch. Fuck. Anyway.
Well, okay.
But no, he brought a topic that I fuck with, and it literally like something that I can process mentally. And I think we've all experienced it and dealt with it. We'll get to that in just a second. My next guest, first time on the show, my motherfucking brother, Viking hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's literally like the most, when I say, and I don't really, y'all know, I must have females on here. 90% of my friends are dancers. It is what it is. I don't really mess with dudes because dudes really look at me like, oh, you can see all that. You know, you wear polo. You got $1,000 outfit on. I didn't pay $1,000 for it. This I'm smart. They got QR codes and they got fucking coupons. It is what it is. I don't do. And they cans 10 cents off. Whatever. Back in the days, you know what I'm talking about. Put a like for that shit. You feel me? But at the end of the day, this dude right here, I remember a time it was when I was in my old little mini mansion that I lost. Transparency, I'm good, but I lost it. But you know what? I still got a roof over my head at the moment. It is what it is. But this dude here, I had an issue, a situation, and I called him. Had a brand new, fresh new baby. I made it sound like I just bought it from Walmart. It was a real baby. It was happening in the hospital. Boop, it came out. A real baby. So, but at the end of the day, I had an issue there. He literally, like, boom, was there. Period. They don't make him like that. You can't teach him how to be that way. Period. And I'm saying, I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? We just cool like that. So I have very select few friends, male friends, and a ton of women friends. Don't ask me why.
Oh, you said it was uninvited guest. My ass was on. My pants were on in 5 minutes.
So this is definitely an honor, and I'm glad he's on here. Like, tell him who you are. Tell him, you know what I'm saying. Tell him a little bit about yourself.
Oh,
Whoa!
wow.
Tell him about yourself. Tell him about yourself.
I'm Slade, tattoo artist,
Hey, he's good, y'all.
practitioner of traditional as true religion. Also security professional.
That part, he will literally execute that with precision. So don't fuck with me or him.
Professional security.
That part. With professionalism. I want to say that part.
Yes, but I am definitely a scholar, and I try to carry myself as an intelligent individual, following the ways of Asatru, as in the multiple gods of the Norse pantheon. Now,
And very
with that,
intelligent too. I ain't gonna lie. He knows.
now when I get drunk as shit, sometimes I'll puke out a whole pile of nerd, like this nerd. But fact is,
Spit on that. No,
fact is, I know what I'm talking about when I speak of these things, because I refuse to speak on things that I don't know of. Kind of like women. I don't give a shit. Anyway,
that work.
so
we got two subject matters under the umbrella of the grass is always green on the side. We're going to touch on the first one now, and that's if you. And this question goes out to you guys too, as well, out there in the world. YouTube can reach literally global. I have a lot of friends that actually support the bunch, and I love y'all for that. I just want somebody to like throw a comment or something to say hi. If you can understand this and hear this, and you have a keyboard on whatever device you're watching, just say hi. Just say hi. That's all I want you to say. Hi. Okay. We'll see you when you get back.
so
The first subject matter is if you could see the truth about what your partner thinks about you when you're not around, would you actually want to know? And let me break it down just a little bit more. In other words, if you can hear your partner's intrusive thoughts, transparent thoughts, raw truth about you, and we know that at the end of the day, we're human, right? You know what I'm saying? We're human. So at the end of the day, we think things in our head, and sometimes people like really just have thoughts jumbling, and they're kind of like rotating like a bingo ball, like that little circle thing that you spin, and literally just they're just in your head, and they're literally like maybe reactions from how they treated you or whatever the case is. If you can know your partner's thoughts, true, raw, unadulterated, unfiltered thoughts, what you want to know. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Don Trap. What you want to know what your wife literally thinks, unfiltered, just raw as fuck, truth. That look says it all. No, fuck. I mean, you can say yes or no, and then you can elaborate.
Who am I today? Am I ugly today?
Evil or heavenly? I don't know. Because yesterday you was an evil motherfucker. But I guess you came today to come to like maybe like recant that. I don't know. But
So
whatever you want to be. But
it's a
ask the
tricky question
Yeah,
because our thoughts roam. They you kind of got to make a decision on what you want to let come out of your mouth. So
well, it's really their mouth. So
I don't think I want to know. I think I'm scared to know.
Good answer.
You might need an napkin for when you sit down drooling on the side of her mouth in that case.
So Libra Cupcake says she wants to know. She's like, what the fuck you think about me, motherfucker?
But
Like,
that's not really what they chose, though.
You know what? I'm with Libra. I want to know too. The fuck is in your head? Because I'm an investigator. As a Cancer, I'm investigating shit. And my receipts stack the fuck up. And when they stack up, when I come at someone, trust and believe, I have all the receipts and I have all the research and the reconnaissance. And when I come, dang shit you can say. I'm not asking for opinion or an argument or a conversation. I'm literally coming, boom, done. You feel me? So I want to know. And if you can give me something to add to my receipts and my reconnaissance, my mission, my like Call of Duty type of like Black Ops type shit, great, give it to me. One less motherfucking fucking activity I gotta fucking do if you just fucking be honest. And nobody really be honest these days. Some people can. I am.
Yeah, but
you know,
when you in
what's
your
certain
head, when you in your head, that's like the board. You know what I mean? That's the discussion room. Because a person might see something in you from another person. You know what I'm saying? They might see it, but that don't mean that's their judgment. Game time.
Hey,
But they might see something that's in you that they might have seen in the ex that hurt them, but they still unsure. So I don't really know if I really want, because I know I'm a B.A.N.
All right, so like, hey, listen, let's do this. Let me say this. If, and then I'm coming to you. If you had level, because I'm gonna say this, one thing that I learned last year about myself, in the last 3 years, I've learned more and more about myself, because more restriction, denials, and things of that nature in different areas and that I've frequented or whatever were being removed, as it were, for like a better term. There are things that I wish, because of how much of a giver I am, and the ones that I'm giving to, if I didn't have to sit here and like go through this clouded fog or go through this forest that I could barely see because the branches and leaves were so bushy. This is still PG-13 to an extent. I do have OnlyFans, so anybody want the link, hit me. But
translating, she needs a razor.
Well, she could. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, if, like, for instance, if you bought her, let's keep this, because then I want to get there. If she bought you, if you bought her a gift, right? And we as cancers, when we do things, we don't necessarily expect anything in return, but we do watch what you do after receiving something that you may not have ever seen received in your fucking life. I'm not necessarily me speaking for me. I can't speak for this cancer, but for me, like it is more like, yeah, I just really made you cry, bitch. With that gift. I'm the best gift giver ever. Like I love giving gifts to my people that I love and my friends and
I
family.
put my lady in a Barbie box.
Yes. That's that cancer shit, nigga. That's that cancer shit. And then she came out looking like Barbie. Even if she didn't look like Barbie. You feel me? Read that shit again.
Oh, man.
But that was a hell of a thing. But, and then what if, though, you gave a gift, right? And in her head, what if you fell short? I mean, we fall short anyway, it is.
Fall
It can
short
happen.
of glory.
But what if in her head she was like, yeah, that nigga that who I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, not putting that in your head, but like, what if, like, why I seen on this show, motherfucking baddies, like, this motherfucker literally gave this bitch this. Why he ain't literally, we try to, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Why
Like,
you
the
ain't buy the restaurant?
negativity, we don't give a fuck about the positive thoughts, because they're going to show those. They don't have no shame in that.
Right.
But the negative or intrusive thoughts or more negative, you know what I'm saying? The shit that literally be like, damn, bitch, that's what you think. But now, being understanding, is that just something that jumps in your head with the process? Oh, no. What kind of character did they have? That's a whole nother story, right?
That is involved.
But
though,
do you feel what I'm
because-
saying, though?
Yeah, that's involved because, like, that's really who some people are, and some people, they hide that and cloud that, and you can still hear it in their voice.
That part.
You can still hear it in their actions. Like, yeah, thank you so much.
Mhm.
It's like the energy's off. Like,
That is
feel
true.
like, thank you.
Their reaction. So Mr.
here's-
Slade / John, would you want to know your
No.
wife's interest?
No, I don't. I don't want to know her thoughts. I don't need her thoughts.
No. Can you say why?
I don't need her thoughts. My job as a husband is to take care of my wife and honor and cherish her. My loyalty, my control of myself in every day and every sequence of my existence is I love you to the person I brought into my home. I would think she would have enough honor and enough credibility as a woman to not be pissed off because we couldn't afford a random fucking rose on fucking Thanksgiving. I'm taking care of food.
What about the turkey? You just get a rose?
No.
Just slice up the rose on it.
I wouldn't just slice up the rose. I smoke the rose. Fuck it. Anyway, no.
Okay.
No.
I've
Fuck
never
that
had
rose.
smoked rose, but
No,
you know.
As a man who's actually had to work for a living, like most of us here have,
Right?
there are people out there that don't work for a
rose
living.
or a roast?
Rose. You mean like half the people that try to
You
kiss my
mean
ass?
rose or rose?
Rose, but then I add roast the rose. Like those little bitch boys out there.
Roast that thorny motherfucker.
Yeah, because half these men out there ain't built the same way. I'm sorry, the last real man was produced was 1990.
Probably me. Because I'm not older than you. So you're the
I said
last.
the last real man was
Hold on.
1990. Was the last time a man was real?
I'm going to just take a guess. Young, younger,
Hold on.
youngest.
He
Whoa,
said
In reverse,
last
in
man.
reverse, in
Was
reverse.
really
And
produced out
you can laugh whenever you get ready. Just, like, we have one. We have
I'm
our
sorry.
studio audience.
I'm sorry. There's so many of you fucking betas out there that fucking get all overwhelmed by some fucking mischievous fucking broad who has, oh, she looks so shiny. That bitch is gonna steal your fucking wallet. You have no direct fucking
Pretty
control.
Privilege Part 1, Pretty Privilege Part 2 is the way he just touched on.
You have no control. You don't have no
Season 1,
control of
Season 3.
yourself.
Check them out.
What about the discipline as being a man? What about the fathers out there that need to be there for the sons to smack down that wall and teach them honor, dedication, loyalty?
Let me put some honey on you.
Fact being is that a lot of us men have lost our way, and that's not being saying that you can't go out and get fucked up and have fun.
Preach.
But a lot of us men have lost our fucking way.
You have it on your phone? Shame on you.
And the fact being is, there are a lot of us that have lost our way, have not seen the light in ourselves. What attracts a woman is not, and I mean a woman that's not a gold digging hoe,
Bitch.
bitches, is honor, loyalty, dedication to your craft. If you are focused and doing what you do for yourself, make yourself in a better position in
Preach, my
life,
brother, preach.
guess
Keep
what's
going,
going to
keep
happen?
going, goddamn.
They're going to come crawling to you because they're broke bitches. No woman goes for a fucking motherfucker who's in fucking working McDonald's, but we do. So what does that tell you? That tells you we're the romantic ones. That tells you we're the ones with heart. You never see a woman go for a bum, but you see men go for bums all the time because they're pretty.
I disagree.
Oh, what is the rebuttal?
I was a bum. I got a purse up. Really. But, you know,
That's a diamond in the rough, man.
Hey, that's what I'm
listen,
talking about.
that sound like propaganda. though. I ain't gonna
Hey,
count
we
it.
about to go to church up in this
There's some women
tonight.
out there. There's some women out there that can really build a man up. You know what I'm saying?
They're not made to do it, though. That's the
I've been
question.
with one for
There
the
are
last,
the
like,
diamonds
14
of the rough out there that are the honorable, respectable woman who will build
They're
a man up.
supposed to be
But they're
diamonds of the
so
rough.
rare.
No, listen,
But
listen,
hold on,
listen.
no,
They're
that's
supposed
right.
to be
Hold on,
diamonds
you
of the
hit
rough.
that, and then I got something.
If a woman is not a diamond of the rough, that means that there's plenty just like her. You need a diamond in the rough. You need to have to take the time out to find the perfect
The
woman.
one I got now,
Even if you have
like,
one,
it's not even the title or anything like that, like on that level, but like I just see something in this person, and it is what it is. But I don't want nothing easy.
right?
I
No,
just
you
don't.
don't. So
Because
Life is
I'm a
easy.
type
Of course you don't.
no. Well, right. And then at the end of the day, I'm a type of person that has like honor in what crafts that I
You give your
master.
word, you do what you do.
I don't break my
You don't
word,
break your
even if
word.
it breaks me. I don't give a fuck.
a man
If it
should
breaks
not,
me and I kept my word, I know that at the end of the day, regardless of what happened to me, you're good.
right?
And I'm the type, and I've said this in past seasons, past shows, I don't care about.
A man
And I should, but it don't
do
mean I don't
something
love me.
about his word.
I just love you more, and that's just who the fuck I am. Love me or leave me, I don't care. But I'm gonna make sure that my people, regardless, are good as best I can with my strengths and my abilities and my
I love you.
intellect and my mentality. I make sure that they're good, and then the universe makes sure I'm good enough.
Now, in the words,
Read that again, nigga.
but not to add the religion of Azatru into it, but I'm going to take a word from the Hamlet, from the word of Odin.
Just
Odin says,
Odin.
and from the Hamlet, drink too much at the table and then act a fool, you show no doubt that no one will be able to respect your word.
Hey,
But-
bars, bitch. I'm sorry.
But if you are a man who walks in the steps of wisdom and always keeps his word and never breaks it, you are as unbreakable as steel.
That part. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm the type of person,
Wow.
and whether that's good shit, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship. It doesn't matter if it's just friends. I don't give a fuck who it is. If I was even able to hear thoughts, and we know that nobody really has superpowers, although I am an empath. I can read energy like that. I can read people's vibes, and that shit literally dictates my movement. I'm not proactive. I'm reactive. I am what you make me. Make me a beast. You make that beast. You make me the fucking goddamn king with the golden crown and the glow. You did that because you gave me love, loyalty, respect, all that kind of shit. At the end of the day, you want good.
Oh, he brings up a very good point.
But you feel what I'm saying? Like you
Cause and effect.
You treat me right, I'm gonna treat you better. That's like you hear it in songs, you see the movies, whatever. So if I heard like my significant other or best friend's intrusive thoughts or thoughts that they literally were like raw and unfiltered, the first thing I'm gonna do is what is their mentality? What is their stress level? What are they going through? I'm going to give them all the benefit of the doubt. What did I do to make them think that? You feel me? I don't attack first. I attack me and break me down and beat me down. Like, what did I do to make them? And we're gonna do an episode down the line about the mental disorders that can come later in life that can actually personality type and it's preoccupied.
So let me ask you a question.
Hold on. Let me finish it.
Yeah.
My
He's on the
my
flow, let him flow.
my personality type is preoccupied attachment style. That basically means that I literally have abandonment issues and rejection and validation, which makes sense why I love the strip club. Although I don't call them strippers, I call them dancers because they're fucking artists and they're out there making dollars and they doing what they can to motherfucking goddamn feed themselves, the kids, and make a living. And they're very, really good fucking people at the end of the day. They're trying to make a living. I don't judge whatsoever. So don't come around me talking about stripper, fucking sex worker. No, motherfucker. They're not in there fucking. They got cameras, and I've been in all clubs in this area. You get your ass beat, you go up in there trying to stick your fingers and do any other dumbass, perverted ass bullshit to these motherfucking women that are trying to survive. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I really don't look at people. If I can know a person's thought, let's say I was dating her or whatever, and I hear her thoughts, I'm going to use that to the advantage of fixing it. Not sitting here trying to be like dirty or tit for tat. You feel me? So that's like the deeper level. You brought the subject, but like we're going deep with this shit. You feel me? Who's going deep with this shit? You feel me? Track it down.
I mean,
You like that? You like that?
I mean, he's over there looking at stuff, and I'm like, are we going DP or DP?
Let's track
that. It's on that double penetration shit over there. That's how deep he's going. That's what she said.
That's crazy. So what I was looking at something about the psychology of,
I love that word.
The psychology of, you know what I'm saying, our nervous system, how we get nervous, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got ladies out there, and y'all can't see it, but shout out to our friend off camera.
Miss Jance. Say hello. Say hello.
What up, Ray?
Well,
correct me, please, if I'm
apologies.
wrong. I really want you to.
Also, a shout out to my brother Lucky.
Fuck Lucky. Listen.
Right. Look out my cat before I do.
I wish you were here, bro.
He just shouted out my cat, yo.
No, my brother, he's watching.
Oh, shit. My bad. I'm sorry.
No,
His brother and my cat had the same name. Go figure.
Accidents happen. Hey, but they both considered each other, they both black cats. He considers himself a black cat.
Hey, what up, my nigga? All right, come on, Trap. Go.
I'm going to bring that up a little later. I'll bring that up a little later. But my whole point is, though, my whole question is, have you ever stayed in a relationship knowing that it was over?
Yes.
I think we've all had that experience.
All right, well, we're going to do one at a time, I guess, on this, but why? Why would you stay in that relationship?
See, at one point, there was a lot of bad things that happened. I didn't even want to be her boyfriend. But I had a son. His name was Tristan. She was toxic. We weren't dating, but in her mind, we were. But I stayed there. I raised my son, Tristan Lucifer Painter. Now, looking at his crazy ass, fucking 22, graduated from college, and yes, I whipped his ass. I gave him the spankings of what was necessary to raise a man. Not a boy, a man. Men are raised by the fire that they go through.
Why you name him Lucifer?
You named him Lucifer
You
intentionally?
said you raised him in the fire.
Yes, I did. When he did wrong, I made him do push-ups. When he did wrong, I made him do all.
How old was he when you first made him do his first push-up?
4.
4 years old. Could he even bend his arms enough to do a push-up?
Yes.
That reminds me of this kung fu movie. Like literally, like this dude, like he couldn't get.
My son could do a push-up. He can only do 5.
Hey, look, it's a movie, but there's some truth to the movie. They come from reality, twisted, right? But this motherfucker couldn't get kicked a certain way. He broke his legs to get him to be able to do a split. You feel me?
That's Tiger kickboxing.
And you feel me? Like that was like some wild shit. But at the end of the day, he was a bad motherfucker. You know. And I don't want to cut you off because I want you to finish that. I don't want you to lose that thought. I just want to say my cousin, I love him to death, you know, but he's not the same as when we were growing up. He literally was like the abusive militant father to the son that could never be like good in his eyes. Just treated him like he hated him. And my cousin gave me that feeling when he was teaching me to join our contractor. But when I came back from Alabama up here, I literally learned to become a tile master. I learned how to do fucking drywall, and I can finish it like a professional. I learned how to do plumbing, and I've never had a fucking leak in copper in 20 years. Like, so I get that part. Like, but I hated him every fucking day for years because of how micromanaging, how asinine he was. I'm like, this ain't my favorite. We used to sit on my head and fart.
My job is a father.
My
My job is a father.
You feel me? Him and my bitch ass brother. And I didn't think I was gonna bring you up, nigga, but fuck you, nigga. And anybody that don't know why, go watch other shows.
I'm trying to remember the name of the actor who said this in a particular movie. He said, "My job as a father is not for you to fucking like me. It's for me, for you."
Denzel Washington.
Exactly.
Denzel Washington. I just seen that reel. Yep.
Denzel Washington said, same thing that my father said to me when he first whipped my ass if I did something wrong. Just like his father whipped his ass when he did something wrong. My job is not for you to like me. My job is not for you to fucking love me. My job is to raise a man for you to be able to go out and do what is necessary for you and your family. I don't give a fuck.
Underlay.
Great flag.
I just want to let you know, I can't hear you if I don't like you. If I don't like you, I want to be so far away from you.
You know what? I love having another cancer across from me.
But see, that is a good point of view too. Oh my God.
Come on, Miss Jess.
What the hell? This is like 3 cancers and 1 Taurus. I'm a Taurus.
All right, that's right.
She's a Cancer.
I'm a Cancer.
Come on, Miss Jess. Use the mic.
What?
Rain, talk.
You a Cancer?
You raised your hand like we was in 2nd grade, man. Come on.
I knew the answer. I knew the answer, teacher. I knew the answer.
Taurus.
Look, kids, calm the fuck down before I put you motherfuckers on the short bus. Jesse, hey, so let's go. Let's go.
I used to get mad drunk on the short bus.
You raise your hand. Come on.
I just want to say that was a Cancer too.
That part. And what is June or July?
June.
Oh
my God. So you were like what? June what?
23rd.
Oh, man, that's surprising. She is so mild. But I bet you got a history, got this motherfucking world on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she fucking
June
does.
cancer typically.
Everclear Jess over
June
there.
cancers, hold on. June cancers typically are more assertive. Lucky if you don't get the fuck off. Do y'all ever try to do anything?
My brother's out here. Oh,
pass
yeah.
around? Give a cat nice fine. I'm July 3rd. And you what?
July 3rd.
You're lying, nigga. Holy fuck. We have not had
If
this.
the table was turned,
We have not had this birthday talk in a long time. We've been on the fucking
Happy birthday to Cancer.
birthday twins. That's why we keep reconnecting and we fucking coming through. Like I ain't seen motherfucking minute, and then we motherfucking just circle back around like 2 birds that like one flew south of the wind and one flew north, and they just fucking come back at me. But at the end of the day, anything that I said about cancer, can you relate to any of it?
Yes.
That part. Fuck every other sign except for Taurus and Gemini. They tend to be best friends. I love Taurus. My daughter's a Taurus. That's my motherfucker.
No,
that's my evil twin.
No, it's because it's because the two.
Hey,
There's two
Not a
things.
lie,
you know
it's
what?
fine.
Hey, there's 2
Hey.
things you can count on a Taurus: being loyal
And beat your ass.
I got what you think about the Virgo though? I gotta bring the Virgo.
My moon is in Virgo.
I
Now,
was gonna say,
now,
my
now,
Virgo is my
look, now we stepping a little bit more.
and that's why the women want
One,
to stay with him.
look,
Because that bedroom Virgo skill.
check this out. Like I learned about the 3 main. There's a lot of houses and compartments into that situation. My moon is in Virgo. My rising is Pisces. I'm a double water fucking sign. What the fuck?
So does that? So
That means I cry a fucking lot, but I ain't crying when I'm beating your ass. Don't fucking touch me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I thought that meant when you're inside her box, does it mean it's extra wet or extra squishy?
If I'm inside her box, that means her fuck, she's losing her fucking mind.
Watch
And her
it.
soul, and demon dick is a real thing.
Hey, my moon is in Virgo.
Okay. Fuck you. If you say rising is Pisces,
Watch it. My rising is Gemini.
Hey,
that's where
that means at the end of the night he gets real sleepy.
No, that means that at the end of the day you don't want to know what his inner thoughts are.
Mm-hmm.
No, but for real you don't. But that also explains why you have a thoroughness with definitive insertion. Whereas I'm more,
That's what she said.
I'm slower to act. One, because of, again, bullies raised me. I am not who I was as a kid
Same.
now. You feel me? And I think a lot of people have experienced that. You feel me? If people can hear my thoughts right now in this moment, you probably shoot yourself in the head for me, or you probably shoot me in the head, and put me out my misery. I don't know. At the end of the day,
We got
what
you
I'm saying
set.
is, if you know those movies where they literally have like an exploration, not like somebody with a camera, but like those movies, those kind of like sci-fi movies, and then the person's inner thoughts, and they just show a room.
You're talking about the cloud with
No,
comic
no, no,
books.
no. No. What I'm saying is, then they show their inner thoughts is completely dark.
Darkness.
You feel me?
Yeah.
When
Oh,
they go
that's-
in their mind
that's
and they
horror.
travel, when they travel through their mind, they see darkness. But in mind, the darkness would be pain. It would be anguish. It would be confusion. It would be frustration. More than any human should ever encounter or have to carry. At the end of the day, they say cancers literally are the mothers of the zodiac. They are emotional, in that facet. And we can hold everyone's emotions. We regulate our own. And I always illustrate this way. There's like a Kool-Aid pitcher or a water pitcher. You put tea in it, you put water
Oh
in it,
yeah.
or things of that nature. You feel me? Things that
Yeah, that was Kool-Aid
you put liquids in, right? So for me, what I've done for my metaphorical like illustration is I have an actual pitcher, right? And in the bottom of that pitcher, I would say 10, 15, maybe even 20% is my emotion. The rest of the 80% of the capacity in that picture is other people's emotions. The people, first and foremost, only if I fuck with you, you're my friend, I consider you my family. If I'm close to you, you're my girl, we dating or something like that. Somebody that means something to me, only their emotions is coming in this motherfucker.
Right.
Or if I connect and vibe with somebody and their story fucking affects me. Like when I met you, your story, nobody's got to say what it is. That's almost a year ago now.
Yep.
Over a year
It was
before that,
over a
too.
year ago.
I
I
knew
didn't-
that before then too.
I didn't really we crossed paths, but didn't really never really had a conversation. But
And then that
we talked
conversation-
when we talked this night, I was in meltdown mode, and anybody that know me know that that's just basically me being overly stimulated emotionally. I didn't really have time for nobody else, but I never would reject somebody else because he needed somebody. Didn't know him. We had a fucking great conversation. And what? He's now in my house on my podcast show, literally being my friend, family, guest, and literally holding me down. You feel me? So that was a special moment where I sacrificed what I felt I should be doing or wanted to do or felt
And
like
any
I
other
could-
time you
thought I
ever
could
need to
do.
talk, my
And
shoulder's
literally
always there.
listen to him. I was his shoulder that night. Not that this big motherfucker need anybody's shoulder, but I was his shoulder and literally may have
I'm always going to be his shoulder. He's a
I
loyal friend.
may have prevented him from going left when he didn't have to. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm some godly person, but at the end of the day, I gave him a shoulder and gave him a friend, and we became best friends. You feel me? And at the end of the day, it was a beautiful thing. You feel me? So like what I'm saying is,
Oh my God.
I literally regulate myself in a way where I don't know why we're like that. But if I don't know you from Adam and I get a bad vibe, bro, I don't know you. I have no emotion for you. I don't have no conversation for you. But me being an empath, also being a double water, being a cancer, whatever, base, I have to feel safe. If I can't see past your walls, if I can't see and feel a vibe, and I can't think of your intrusive thoughts, I can't think of your raw, unfiltered thoughts in your head, but I can sense in people if they're safe or not. And that's an assessment that takes a little bit of time and conversation.
So,
And once I do, I will literally open up like open book.
so
Because
that's
I feel
something I wanted
safe.
to bring
You feel
to you, whenever you're in a relationship, something we spoke about on the last episode, on one of the red flags you see, but you don't talk about, which is love bombing in the beginning of a relationship, but not throughout the whole rest of the relationship, right?
Love bombing,
So,
fake bullshit in your ears.
But
so if I, so my what What I'm wondering is it possible for cooking, cleaning, working not to be a form of love?
That is a form of
Let
love.
me tell you something. And I'm
There's
not
no
putting no,
fucking way.
I got 3 baby mamas. If you can figure out which one, then you're a genius. But
Oh no!
but one of my kids' mom, I'm a sucker for pretty girls for first and foremost. It is what it is. But no, I'm also a sucker for a sad story. Because one, yes, I have the hero complex. 2, I like to help people. I'm built like a lighthouse. I'm like solid like a lighthouse, but I like to get in the fucking rescue boat
You know who
and
wants to see
leave
the
up.
lighthouse?
Hold on. But what I'm saying is I'm built and I'm solid like a lighthouse.
But let me
The
help
lighthouse,
you
hold
though.
on. No,
This is something we
Sometimes
talked
you have
about
to put up
yesterday.
the cape.
Hold
You
on,
can't
hold on.
always wear
This is
the
something we
cape.
talked about yesterday, right? You know,
Can't
people
always
with the
carry the
red
cape with you.
flags. Hold on, there's people with the red flags, etc. There's people who like that,
So
and it's not.
conversation bully.
It's not so much as like that,
Well, that's just an exotic
if,
comment.
if you can admit for yourself as a good person that you're a lighthouse, right? Right, you with me? Who's looking for the lighthouse? The people in the what?
The people who truly need the help.
In the dark.
The people in the dark. And
That's that.
Well,
Not just the
but they're not.
people in the
So
dark.
no, hold on.
The bugs.
So
I
the
mean, it don't
lighthouse.
matter.
It
It's
does.
they
Listen,
outside.
I understand what you're saying, but
Yes,
the
sir.
people, listen what I'm saying. Lighthouse job was this: to guide ships that were in distress or in duress that needed help, and they could see the shore. The lighthouse did not come to them. You see what I'm saying?
I'm sorry,
You
healer.
can ask, hold
To a
on,
healer,
hold on.
to a healer, I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
No. Listen what I'm saying. And I don't want you to lose that thought. I
I'll
want
let you.
you to hold that thought.
Lose it.
I want you to hold that thought. I want you to hold that thought, bro.
Hold
The
that
light-
thought.
But the lighthouse is what?
Hold
It's a structured building. Don't have wings, wheels, or fins or rotors, right? The lighthouse stays in the shore, a little bit off the shore, and it's tall enough, bright enough to light a way for those that actually truly want and need it.
Right.
They're lit, and they are going to do what they can to reach that light.
Right.
All right, hold on.
Right.
Hold on. The rescue boat is what? It is a mobile vessel that literally can go to what? Ships that need help, that people need help. However, if you are built as a lighthouse and you leave your, metaphorically speaking, leave your post where you're secure and you stay secure to help people that need your abilities and your motivation and all that type of stuff, right? And get out of your lighthouse and get in a fucking rescue boat and go out in the waters that could be really like rough current.
Now I want you to
Hold on,
know.
let me get this.
Yeah.
Part.
Yeah.
It's 2 sides of this.
Here we go.
This
It's
is
always
second.
perspectives.
This is the
Right.
second side of it, right?
Yeah.
The rescue boat does what? Goes out in the waters, no matter what the current, no matter what's going on, as long as they're able to navigate enough to get to that boat. That's what, like, got holes in it. That's either stalled, that's not moving, that's literally like on fire, whatever the case may be. That person needs that help, and they go out and they try to assist those people, right? If that person in the rescue boat who was in the lighthouse, who was stable, secure, and did like literally would just like anchored themselves and literally got in the boat and went out there and got in those waters and got to that boat that really need help. The person that like literally probably done this maybe 2 or 3 times. Does that show that they really like are like taking their safety for like seriously? Are they showing that they really are like trying to learn how to navigate these waters? Or are they just continuously doing the same? You see what I'm going? I know you see what I'm going. And then like the person that left the lighthouse, they got in the rescue boat to go help these people that ended up drowning or
Because
ended up
the lighthouse
sinking
isn't there.
because of this boat that people don't even take care of. They don't even put work in to make sure that their boat is functioning as a boat should. And you've left your safety to go help someone who literally didn't really want your help because they weren't trying to help themselves.
See,
That's really the point of it. You feel me?
Right.
see what he's trying to break it down is he's the lighthouse. If he leaves his post, the people that are going to rescue the people on the boat don't have the light to see. And if they can't see, they fall victim
It's
to the
really the
same.
point that I didn't even think about.
But guess what, though?
They fall
Guess what,
victim
though?
to the same hazard.
We
So
as
his
people-
light, that's
we
what
as
he's
people.
saying, guides those who are the strong and the weak.
Yeah.
So
cool.
that means
Cool.
he's the pillar.
Right.
Now-
I just want to let you know I'm just
Go ahead.
deflecting. That's
No,
all.
go ahead.
Just for the volleyball.
Be objective. I like where you come, Mr. Khalid Master. Come on with your shit.
Oh
But I
my
want you to
goodness.
know, I'm gonna use the analogy, but I'm gonna put a little umph to it. So if I help you, you don't learn. You don't fall. You don't stumble. You don't scrape your knees.
Hold on, say that again.
If I help you,
Right?
you don't learn.
If they receive it and act on it. Nah, don't
But
do
see, that's so that's okay. So let me use that then. It still leaves it at 50-50. There's still an if I do or don't there. There's
No.
two options to it. If I'm gonna
So,
listen to the
let me-
knowledge,
Help without the
let me-
lesson
let me-
learned
hold on,
is
hold
not
on.
help
Let
at
me
all.
let me talk a
No,
little
let
more.
me finish.
So what happens is
I got something for that. And I'm
if
not gonna
you
forget my
play as the lighthouse,
Right.
are we saying that you manually controlling the light, like go this way then, or is that thing spinning around? I want to use the analogy correctly here. Is the light on the lighthouse spinning around, or you inside of it pointing that thing? Which one?
At the end of the day,
Uh-huh.
it was an analogy,
Yes.
an
Yes.
illustration, and no one person is the same. No one lighthouse is the same.
Okay.
Some
cool.
spin, some just shine.
So let me use this
And
analogy.
it really just depends on the lighthouse. How it's doing.
If right now this year, shout out to 1991. Somebody said after the 90s something happened. But anyway, if this year I turn 35, right? Let's say for instance my old lady, she turns 21. Yeah, my old lady, fine like that.
And how old are you?
I'm
Nah,
turning
stop.
30.
That's a black hawk. Don't tell me.
But I'm turning 35, right?
Oh,
Let me
Alright,
just
so
let me
you-
expand
so
it.
you
Let me
a little
expand it.
bit-
Let's say I turn 50,
Ooh,
and she just
fuck
turned
you for
21.
that.
No, I'm gonna make it even
I've been
crazier.
53 this year, but I don't look at it.
You with me?
If I took
You
my
with me
shirt
over
off,
there,
I'd get
Rain?
100,000.
Nope,
subscribers.
Rain ain't with me.
yeah, she with you.
So I turned 50 this year. My girl turned 20.
Right.
Is it fair for me to keep warning her about mistakes she's about to make?
No.
That's not fair.
Hold on, say something. I'm
Is
sorry.
it fair
I don't-
for me
That's
to
not fair.
warn her? Hold on, let me. Is it fair for me to warn her for the mistakes she's about to make? Is that fair?
If you've seen a person driving down the road with no signs, but you knew in a mile exactly that there was a curve that her speed couldn't handle, would you tell her? Would you tell that person to save their life or to give them the option to literally take advantage of that so they can save their life? Would you tell them that? And when you answer it, hold on, when you answer that question, you're going to answer the other one. Go ahead.
If they going at a speed that's too fast, I don't even think they're gonna hit me.
You have communication. Don't do that. You answer that.
Hey,
Executive. If you have the communication, which is like wireless and whatever,
yeah.
which you
I would
tell
say
them,
slow down.
damn right.
But you
And
know why I'm saying slow down?
why?
Because I'm inside the car. I'm scared.
Either that or that you know something that they don't.
And that's
That,
true.
so what you saying?
But
So
Yep.
now
Yep.
you put that shit out there. You pause. Don't pause for me.
But see, this is
because
what I'm
coming
saying.
hard.
What
I'm on my
happens is-
soapbox today, bro.
what happens is
You
if I
don't
try to,
say something that
Yep.
you know better about,
uh-huh.
and that is being nice. That's public opinion, public acceptance. To be kind is to say, hey, look, you about to hit a fucking turn that's gonna fuck you and your car up.
So
And
I'm a
that
still
is
man.
showing love. And then you do what? You pass that buck, and it's on them to motherfucking catch that.
So I'm a still man what you said. I'm gonna support what you said by saying it does depend on when you say it, right? So maybe if we make it home, I say, baby, you know, we should have stayed at the stop sign for 3 seconds, not 1.
So wow.
But you know, but it does come off as you're trying to control me.
That part, little cupcake, that part.
But then
Yeah, she agrees with me.
oh man.
Now, here's something for that, right? Now, as a husband or a friend who's actually loyal, because I keep my circle small.
Yeah, because you don't follow me like you're supposed to. I got somebody just called in. My little sis literally like knows I do podcasts. I don't know if she even subscribed. Actually, she did because she had her account on my TV and I made her subscribe, but she still doesn't know. Nigga, get off the phone and go log in and watch the video. Nigga, we live right now. All right, hang up on your ass. Yeah, I love you too. You can listen to it while you driving. You literally interrupting the show. go and comment in the chat
Oh, this our
box if
first
you
caller.
want to be heard.
This our first call.
Oh, hold on, hold on. This is
We got a caller.
This is our first call.
We got a
Give me my
caller.
shit. Give me my- Say it again. Say something. Say something. Hey, speak to the people. We are doing a call-in. This person called in and didn't know what the fuck they was doing. And they about to fuck around and find out. What up, sis? Who ain't watching her brother's podcast this fourth season?
What up,
Like,
sis?
shame on you, damn it.
I'm driving, so I couldn't watch. I'm sorry. I was near the house and I was just wondering.
But you could literally stop and be
Then stop by.
dial the brother's number and not.
She asked him to stop by.
You can click watch.
Real sisters risk their life. Real sisters.
She risks her life to call me to worry me about some shit, but she won't risk her life to watch my show.
Wow.
Where I'm live and you still gonna talk to me.
Wow.
Well, I'm driving, so I can't sit there and watch.
But you live and in living color right now, nigga. How you doing?
She's asking to come over.
Fuck real bud.
She just
I'm right next to the house. I have to go to that job to go get my bag because I have to clean my work clothes, and I totally forgot about that.
You really gonna be long-winded right now? And I just told you I'm on the show, nigga. Shorten that shit. Trap got something to say. The fuck? This is that. Hey, that's my sister. Nigga, I'm home. Doors open. Bye.
All right, call me. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye caller. You're
Next caller have something more genuine to say. Hope you logged in now so you can like get some get back in the comment section.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Anyway,
Now,
all right.
now this is
Hold
what
on. Now let him
What I'm
finish.
saying is
Because she
sometimes
interrupted
it
that
comes off as you're trying to sign in a relationship. Sometimes it comes off like that because you gotta allow
Look, yo,
your others.
your ass.
Sometimes
you need to define what the fuck you just said.
I'm saying,
Son you.
son you. So that's like,
What's
when
up,
you try-
son?
Okay, so
Like, you good, son?
Hey,
See
when
something?
when you use the bathroom, put this toilet seat down. When
Are you
use
trying
the
to teach them?
bathroom, put the wash off to
Teach
the
them.
rack. Every time you follow behind your partner, you
Hey,
correct them.
Trap, I'm
And
asking
that's
you.
what it
By
comes
now.
off.
What you're saying is teach them, right?
Yes, but I wanted
No,
to point
that's
out.
not what he's saying.
I
He's
wanted to
saying
point out it's
he
some,
made it
Teach
seem
them
like a
about the
bad
father.
thing, right?
when you correct somebody, sometimes people they deflect off of it. They're like, you too much. You
But
too
that's
much
their
like
fault.
that principle.
That is deep as fuck.
That's
what
their
you're saying.
problem.
And
It's on the
there's a
teacher
lot of
and
forks in that road that you're speaking on. Yes, there are people that have an apprehensiveness that, like, I'm not gonna tell nigga that because I don't want your attitude. Like, I
Right.
know you're not going to accept it, but at the end of the day, that's if you allow your insecurities to prevent you from telling someone that one can save their life or make their life easier, their ease of access, because at the end of the day, life is designed to kill you. I stand 10 toes on that. Death, bury you, and it is what it is. Life ain't, when we say we live our best life, that is a metaphoric like statement, and it is not.
Hey, I ain't
And
going
hold on,
back and forth with you,
That part,
niggas.
yeah, that part. It is not a statement that literally defines what life is. Life is not designed to give you life. It is designed to kill you. You
Maybe
have a
resistance.
ticking time bomb on your life. You're going to die. We're all going to die at some point.
I just
Right?
want to let you know.
Oh, but hold up.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it completely depressing. So what I've done and my mentality is to live for, is, boy, when you bring a Viking on the set, my God, like, look, my thing is for moments. I live for moments. That is the only thing that you can have an half-ass ability to navigate and halfway control. You can't even control that because you can plan some shit. Oh, I'm going to Ocean City. 1 year I went to Ocean City 5 times. It is what it is. I love Ocean City. It's for the young folks. It's the secret biggest beach club on the East Coast. Whatever. Myrtle Beach for old people. I don't really like it. It is what it is, but it's still nice. But look, what I'm saying is I can plan the trip, pay for my hotel, have it reserved, everything's good, right? And I'm like, who's coming with me? And they got their share or whatever the case may be, right? And I could die before the trip. I had a moment planned, but I didn't make it there. Or, you know what I'm saying, more like, and that is realistic. You do that all the time. But, or you could be in a situation where it's like, I'm at a club, I'm not feeling myself, I'm not feeling all like energetic, and anybody that know me, know I am the energy in that bitch.
The energy.
Every time, you feel me? The night that I met this man right here, I wanted to probably just go jump off the Harpers Ferry Bridge. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I just was in meltdown mode. I was crying.
You're not
And
allowed.
I literally, and I don't know why this is, Trap. I don't know if you go through this shit. But if someone is breaking down in front of me, I put my motherfucking feelings, my breakdown on pause. And now I'm just kind of, but I'm quiet though. I'm not like talkative or no shit like that. I'm literally listening to them. And I put my feelings and what the fuck was going through in my heart, my mind, my soul to listen to this man. And now we're best friends. You feel me? So at the end of the day, you can be the lighthouse at your capacity and your ability because every lighthouse is different. Everybody is built different. Some people are built to be the rescue boat. That's just them. They like on the seas. Like how many motherfucking sailors you know in the military? Like they love that shit. They love the boat. They know the jargon. They know the vernacular and how to describe all that shit. I don't know shit about the boat, but it floats.
Yeah,
That's the only
let me
thing
ask you this
no,
question.
no.
Hold on.
Let me
Let me finish. I'm about to come up.
No. Let me finish it. What I'm saying is each lighthouse is built differently. People that are like kind of like it's kind of like that movie The Virgin. Like everybody had their little factions. You feel me? Everybody has their strengths in real life. As humans, we have our strengths. Mine, I'm back and forth, which is why I struggle and have a lot of hardship on myself because I did a show on this early in season 3 where I have self erasure because I take on people's problems, the chaos, like all of it.
Right.
Because I'm so invested in them, thinking that if I come in strong, ooh, with the cape, you know, proverbially speaking, that we're gonna say, we're gonna come out of this together. Bullshit.
But that's what I'm
It's
saying
bullshit.
to you.
Bullshit.
Hold on.
Sometimes, yeah.
As a
Nah,
watch,
for the most
as a
part,
what do you call it? A light tower. When you try to help people,
lighthouse. But yeah,
a lighthouse, people
It's a
don't
tower.
receive it. That's why that 50. That's why I pointed out the 50-50 that you would explain. It's either you can help people and they can receive it or not. So that's what leaves your help at 50-50.
that part I don't agree with because they receive it because you keep fucking giving it to them.
But that's
They
Hold on.
receive.
2 seconds. And
Yep.
then I'm gonna go to Mr.
Gotcha.
John. The reason why they receive it is because the same reason that horse that you led to the well, because you're literally saving them from doing what? A fucking thing. That's what it is. When you lead a horse to the water, to that well, that pure mountain spring water that's flowing through that bitch, and he won't drink it. They say you lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. Why? Because you're force feeding that fucking horse. You know what I mean by that? Like, see this water. I'm not gonna drink it. But see that water, drink that. Oh, you thirsty? You feel better? Mr. Ed, whatever. But and then you keep going. See what I'm saying? Not like give me some more. You feel me? Like, all right, no. And then you keep force feeding this fucking horse. What I mean by force feeding is you're literally going down, dipping, and feeding the horse and making him drink instead of his strong, long neck ass is fucking leaving his own neck down on his own effort, on his own energy, and his own resources that minimal as they may be, small as they may be, short as they may be, to reach his fucking neck down there and drink the fucking water. Why? Because you keep feeding them. Stop feeding motherfuckers that literally are content and complacent with you feeding them.
But there's something.
Does that make sense? What I just said first. All right.
But I also want you to do something that I was talking since about pain. I want you to understand though that horse, probably one of the few animals who can do this, can tell you if that water is worth drinking from.
Say that again.
A horse can tell you if you should drink from this water.
But so we're gonna take out the if it's good water.
Okay.
It is good water.
But it's
It
good
is
water.
good water. And it is
A salad is good for me. But the burger tastes good.
See, we're going to be dark today. You started off good, now you want to be
I'm
dark.
trying to tell you.
It's true.
I'm telling you how it is.
It's true. It's true.
It's true. They don't care about that, mate.
But here's
They're like good water.
but here's the
I'm
point
gonna
of
drink from
view.
the mud.
But here's the point of view from a wise man. A wise man does this. He looks at his friend and says, "That's stupid. You shouldn't do that." Okay, and he does it anyway. You told him once. You did your job. You did what you're supposed to do. If he's gonna fall into weakness because the world eats weakness, this world ain't designed for the fucking good people, the weak. This world is designed to force evolution. Evolution could be mental, physical, evolving as a person takes the ability to get up after you fall. We as men, we walk through these days and these halls and these roads and these dusty fucking places, and we forget the joy of falling. There is joy when you fail, because how can you triumph? How can you accept triumph without failure? You can't do it. It doesn't work. We are a species that has hard times, and we have good times. But those hard times make us stronger. We evolve. We transcend the person that we were, and then we evolve to the person that we become. If someone is not wise enough to listen to the words out of your mouth, then they were not meant to hear that until they are vulnerable enough to hear that. Just because you say it.
What he just said, when you hit rock bottom, that usually, and your rock bottom, not mine, not his, not hers, your rock bottom has to be your rock bottom, whatever that may be for you, and however that looks, is basically where he's going with that. Now, I want to switch gears. That shit could have been it was a whole show. We're not about to spend another hour on this second topic. We're going to I want to bring in another angle. I'm gonna spin it. You feel me? Like that was fucking fire. I love everybody's input. But this next one, yeah, I love it. And this is literally the epitome of your grass is always green on the other side. Or is it?
Now here's the other side.
So the second thing that I want to bring to you, you know what I'm saying, and I hope that you're learning something and from our experiences and literally being able to either relate or maybe you can just take that little advice or that tidbit and then let it marinate. But the second one is if a perfect partner appeared. Oh, how do you use the word perfect? Is anybody really perfect? I don't know. But we definitely have a perfect description of what we desire. I've had it since I was fucking 15. Watching Different Strokes, watching fucking as the word not different world.
Different world.
Martin and Gina, like I'm talking about like relationship type shit.
Oh,
so, like,
Martin?
The females that they put in like lead roles from 80s till now had for real by the time high school, which was like early 90s to mid 90s, had shaped the type of woman that I'm attracted to. And it has
I got one question too.
Now let me finish this.
Just real quick. Do you remember Topanga?
No.
From Boy Meets World.
No, I did not. I mean, if you showed it to me, maybe. But what I'm saying is, by the time I was 18, I had the perfect female version of what I wanted. You feel me? Now that version was not one set complexion, tone, hair. It wasn't. It was a variation of. It was kind of like a quilt. You know how a quilt is, right? It's a bunch of fabrics that are put together, laced together, sewn together, whatever, and they create a blanket.
Like
So
Kelly
like that's a lot of quilting on that thing. But no, what I'm saying is I didn't have a visual like solid template. I had a generalized range of what I liked. Because when I was 15, I had a friend of mine who was dark skinned, and I was literally light skinned. I was light as you when I was that age. And he said, light skinned people should be with dark skinned, vice versa. And ever since he said that, I adamantly said, fuck that, in so many words. I didn't say fuck that then, but I literally never dated a dark skinned girl until I got older. That was just because me being indifferent and being eccentric. Like, eccentric is when motherfuckers going in a straight line, you go in a curve and still get there at the same time. That's what eccentric is. So I said, because he said that, I literally went against what he said. And I didn't have a hatred toward him. I just literally like, this is my preference now. But as an adult, I have a more refined look for beauty. You can be dark skinned, you can be light skinned, you can be white, I don't give a fuck. But you have to literally hit some point in my range of what I grew up watching, because that's my exposure. You should know about what I'm doing by that.
Bro,
so
I got a question for you on that.
You need to hold your question right.
Okay.
Hold your question. At the end of the day, I have my perfect girl, but it's not one perfect look, if that makes sense.
Right.
So with the second part, if a perfect partner appeared tomorrow, mind you, you're in a relationship and you have a good working solid relationship compared to normal like social standards, right? Would you leave that person for your perfect match if you were already in a good working relationship? Let's argue about it. Now you can have a question.
All right,
Or you can talk about
my
it.
man is trying to pull up the picture of Topanga for the add to this, but this is my variation. Are we talking about Gina from Martin?
We're talking no. The question is if you're in a good
Perfection.
working,
Your visual representation of perfection
Whatever.
could possibly be close
that
to
is
Gina, Kelly Bundy.
You're taking a different route. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
If you're married, right? You're married right now.
Yes.
Your wife is in the audience. You are in a good relationship. Y'all literally like y'all one of my favorite couples, right? You're in a good, healthy relationship. If you had a perfect it could be back from your childhood. It doesn't matter what it is. You have a perfect version, right? We all have a perfect version.
For my wife.
And then if that's it, then great. But what I'm saying for the people out there who may not have the same ideology, you are in a good, working, healthy relationship.
Yes, I am.
And most relationships it's work. And some people nowadays don't know how to really put it in work. It is what it is.
Right, but I was just giving a base image.
Because, and
to
then,
work
you know,
with.
I love what you did with that. Because in the beginning, the intrusive thought that you can't see, like you can say, yeah, whatever. This is my
That's why I
perfect, this is
don't
my
want to know
wife.
everything
Because
that
she's
she
sitting
says.
in the audience with a fucking tomato ready to throw that bitch. If you said no, bro, that's the problem. You sleeping on the couch, whatever the case may be. It is what it is. I look, it's bamboo. We motherfucking real on this bitch. But that part. So, but what I'm saying is, if you had a perfect version, and if she's not perfect, but she is right and good right now, you feel me? What you leave, what you came for, what you leave, what you have for what you thought all your life was perfect.
My idea of perfection. Now,
Yes and no, man.
No.
That was yes, that was yes, no, and then you can elaborate.
We don't know if she got fat booty or not.
Yes, I know my wife has a fat booty. Yes, but that's besides the point.
All right, go ahead.
But I'm trying to fucking give a baseline. Before I was with my wife,
I like
this was my baseline of what type of woman I wanted. All right, now this set. I'm putting this in two parts. One is physical. One is mental. Physical between Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Oh my God, you still trying to get an actual physical person?
No.
Get
And Kelly Bundy. Mentally though, Nancy from The Craft.
It's either you want to titty fuck him or you want to like marry him. Like I'm not marrying Kelly Bundy. I know Kelly Bundy.
No,
I fucking love Kelly Bundy. Don't you stand there.
I'm talking about before.
Yeah, he already got tomatoes coming.
I'm talking about before marriage. As a single man, that was the view I wanted. But then there's also the psychological part. You keep forgetting that beauty is just to bring you in. Personality is the trap. But wants you to stay. A woman's personality makes you want to stay with her, not her beauty, not her skills in the bedroom. Because that bitch could be fucking horrible in the bedroom and pretty as shit.
Let me tell you something.
I need the sloppiest pancakes ever.
Right, but no, it doesn't matter if she can cook or not cook. What I'm saying is that a woman's personality is part of the relationship. Now, men are visual beings. We're all visual. Before we go into there, we follow the light. Now, we follow this light, we sit there, and then we have this discussion. And this discussion is the personality, the intelligence, the person that we're dealing with. That is the trap. That is what makes us stay.
So I'm gonna bring you back on the track of Babu because at the end of the day, we're not talking about the intricate details of that. So hold on, look, and when I bring this question back to you, I want a yes or a no. Period. The question is, if you are in a good, working, healthy relationship, that may or may not be your perfect version. If it was not your perfect version, I gotta kind of come we gotta go back to preschool they were not your perfect version, and the perfect version literally came across your path one way or another. Would you leave what you had to pursue that?
No.
And she said, "Hey, thank you." Trap. Now, maybe you've already answered by trying to make him answer, but I need you to answer again, Dan.
You know what? Some people, and I'm gonna put some people out there for the affectionate emotions, but at the end of the day, some men.
Yes
don't,
or no, nigga?
Yes. Yes.
Underlay. Red flag. You always want to be the black part of the
He said yes, I said
I'm
no.
gonna say
I'm gonna
yes.
stop you right
Give
now.
me your reason. Give us your reason for the yes.
It's
all
not
the trap.
it's
Tell
not
us
so much
some
a yes. Would you leave for the perfect person? But so much as I want to have them both. It's like,
At the end of the day, there's polyamory all over the place.
Shoot your
I
gun.
can't do that.
Throw your tomatoes.
I can't do that polyamory.
But nobody's
Nobody's perfect.
exactly. You know what? That's why the grass ain't never green on the other side. It's only green when you water that shit. And the motherfucker whose grass is green, they literally put the work in learning how to culture and cultivate their yard. That's why some people, because we all get first and foremost, we all get green grass installed in our yard. Stupids. I say that plurally. They all grass is installed green. Some people just don't care to tend to the yard to keep it green. And then they're like, why the fuck is his yard look greener than mine? Because he did some fucking work, made some research, and figured out, oh, grass, like water it on this. Put my timers and my sprinklers. Hold on. Put my timers and sprinklers on this, and then I can feed grass. What? You can feed grass? It ain't live.
Is the
Yeah,
grass
it is.
greener?
If it's growing, it's alive.
Bro, you
Learn
just
what
said
makes it
they
grow.
can't reap what they sow. That's exactly what you just said.
Church will be on Sunday.
That's not church. That's some real terminology.
God,
for
don't say
planting
that.
things. No, reaping and sowing.
I understand. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. And that is the truth.
So,
but I wanted to because I'm the motherfucking host.
Yes,
I'm
you is.
running the show. All right, so look.
And I'm designated host.
Because I do not want this to go 2 hours. I mean, if y'all enjoying it, then great. I want you to enjoy it. But this brings us into 80-20. No, you've heard it. No, you know what I'm talking about. What? Sometimes. No, not sometimes. It's 80-20. And like
20 issues.
okay.
Tyler Perry made it very, like, he made it profound because of the movies and the artists that he reached. But it's always been in existence. Most times people get 80% of what they need. The fact that you get 80% of what you need, not just what you want, is a pretty good damn thing, right?
No.
Yes.
Shut up.
Wow, Mr. Darkside over here. He's over here like,
That's correct, though.
Too close.
You
I need to do some teaching right now. You're too close and you're too strong of a voice. Bring it out, son.
Dum, dum,
Hey, look at that. You see how you know what? You can teach somebody something.
Yes. Old dogs can learn new tricks.
So look, 80-20. Most times you get 80% of what you need. At the end of the day, like what we're talking about is somebody leaving somebody because I'm gonna put it anybody that's literally seen this movie, and if you haven't, please, I encourage you to look it up.
You're not telling
No. I'm going to. I'm an illustrator. I'm gonna tell them.
You're not telling them that if you give me 80% of what I need, I didn't get with you because I needed you.
That's not.
I got with you because I want you.
You got dark wings, y'all.
You only give me 20%.
See what we doing? Like, oh, where my other 20 at? Like you trying to rob.
Where my other 80?
You didn't
I
ask
got
that
with
shit.
you because I want you.
Dude, don't do that arm motion. You make me want to go to fucking get some food.
Look, let me
Think about some chicken wings.
Let me say this.
I'm fucking
All
hungry.
right, so this is
Man's
what
over here
bring up
doing this, making me think about
Listen, I love, you know what? I'm not even about to entertain you right now, nigga. I'm entertaining these folks. Shut up. Silencio. Look, I'm going to give it to you this way. If you've seen the movie National Lampoon Vacation, everybody in this room has seen it. We all know. So look, if you haven't seen National Lampoon Vacation, don't you shake your head. They can't see you. But I can see you, and that's a shame. You need to YouTube. That's your homework tonight, just YouTube National Lampoon Vacation. That was a fucking, that's clap. Back in the day, look, back in the day, movies were fucking real ass movies. There's a scene that I'm gonna tell you when, because first of all, he literally took off 2 weeks to take his family road trip from East Coast to fucking West Coast.
Oh no.
He basically went to an amusement park, which was his desire. I want to go to fucking Wally World. This is what it is. And I don't give a fuck you got attitudes or not. And that was a hellacious trip. Of course, it was a comedy. Bruh, you need to go watch this movie. You haven't seen it, then goddamn shame on you. There was one area when they were traveling, and this brand new station wagon that he just bought. Him, his wife, his 2 kids, daughter and son. Right?
And a dog,
Ah,
right?
And a fucking dog. You feel me?
I believe there
hold
was
on.
a tattoo called No Regrets involved in this movie.
Maybe, but at the end of the day, halfway through the trip, these motherfuckers literally, they're driving, right? And the wife sleep, kids sleep. Tevye Clark Griswold, his name. Listen here. I don't need you to say make another piece. Let me finish. Let me get this out. Look, at the end of the day, he's driving, right? On a long-term trip. Yeah. And at the end of the day, So there was a moment during that trip on the interstate. There's this girl, fine as fuck. Back in those days, it was blonde, slim. She was in a Ferrari. Obviously, probably felt like she had some money. Feel me, right? He's chilling, and he notices her. He's got his whole 80 in this fucking car. He's got his wife, kids, got a good fucking job, career job, making bread, going on a fucking trip for 2 weeks. Who else can afford that, right?
Right.
This motherfucker that's sitting next to him, because he's been arguing with his wife. There's been tension because of the trip. He had to go get his fucking grandma. She fucking died on the trip. I don't want to tell you the whole movie, but this part right here, you feel me? This gorgeous, sexy porn model, supermodel, actress, motherfucker in a Ferrari that's next to him gives him a look. Right. That part.
You mean blonde grass?
That part.
That,
But look,
and
that's
the
that gold
position.
grass.
The top
Look,
down
hold
in the
on.
convertible
Look,
and her.
That
She gives
blonde
him a
grass
look.
with shaved pussy.
Look, she gives him a look of attraction, like she's attracted to him. A genuine look. Here it is. Look, here it is. A suit, like blue collar, white collar guy, makes really good money, got his family, and this badass bitch next to him is literally in this Ferrari, literally like with the top down, and probably the other top is kind of like halfway down. You feel me? And literally just googly eyed at him.
Yep.
Right? At the end of the day, you drive on the interstate, we see that all the time, right? But they end up at the same hotel.
Oh, so I get the
So look, hold on, look, y'all gotta see where I'm going with this. He's in the room and he's already irritated because of the things that transpired on the trip thus far, right? They have an argument. He goes out on the balcony, right? Second floor, and he's just, God damn it, I just want to just do this for my family. And he's literally thinking about his family at this moment. But the bitch that was in the Ferrari, the bad bitch, is in the pool, gorgeous as fuck, and it's like, come on. Trying to have fun. Why? Because that's just part of her lifestyle. You feel me?
Right.
So he literally goes down in that pool and literally, like, before he gets in the water, they got, conversations back and forth, communicating, right? And then he's like, fuck it. I'm going to take him close. I'm going to get in the water. What's the harm, right? He gets in the water. It's cold as shit. He starts yelling and screaming. Everybody comes out. The wife and everything sees. She shakes her head, goes back in the room. He was literally about to lose his family over 20%. That's what I'm saying. When it's 80-20, yeah, you could literally be like, you know what? Instinctively or subconsciously or however the fuck you ever want to think or say it, like, fuck this boring shit and go have a moment. That moment is going to make you lose one, because, motherfucker, bitches take half, right? So you're going to lose your house, your car, your kids, everything for a fucking fleeting moment? Fuck no.
Who was he supposed to get
Fuck
the 20
no.
from?
Well, that's because I'm like most
He
men.
ain't. You'll never
get the
right.
20?
You don't watch Tyler Perry. You ain't gonna never get the 20%.
That's crazy.
That is not crazy.
We got to stop that.
That is not crazy.
I don't go to
That's
the
why
store.
my wife sent me the
I don't go to the store and say
because just like that moment. I mean, that's a movie, but there's sometimes movies are spin off of realistic shit.
so.
Right?
I'm supposed to walk into the store, right?
But you can't put it in store terms. Ain't nobody sitting here got no wife on the shelf. If they did, I'd have one right now.
She the prize wife
Priced out.
on the top shelf.
We don't want trophy wives.
Okay, no trophy wife.
Well, we got some activity. Hold on.
We have a comment in the audience. By the way, that was one sexy piece of 20.
Yeah.
And as a man who's married and wife signed a prenup because she really loves me.
But I did. You know what? I love that comment
because she really loves me, unlike some
Right.
women who won't.
I love that comment. You can keep talking. It's my job. I'm just reading comments right now. You keep talking.
All right.
He's not
So
talking.
here's the thing why I said no. I would say no to the 20. One, the 20 is going to break what I've built. What I've built, what I've conquered, what I've made for myself to create my family is also a representation of the teachings that I have. So I have children.
Can you give me like 10 minutes?
And when I have these children, I want them to look at me and see this is a representation of what it means to be a man.
So let me let y'all remember something. Nobody's perfect.
I didn't say I was perfect.
You with me over there? I need you to throw a tomato.
Which is why you wouldn't leave 80 for 20%. Like, let me argue. Like,
how you get to 80? You gotta start with 20.
You like to be
hey, how you get to 80? You gotta start with 20.
No, you don't.
No, I put
Nah,
it,
don't you? 20.
No,
40,
I put it 90, 95%
80.
the first time.
You with me?
Look,
I didn't see you. I didn't see you at the gas station. Was like,
you know how you know why you crap. You know why you don't have to get.
That's how women look at us.
Go through 20 to get to 80 because they already have possessed everything in them.
okay,
begin
fellas,
with.
but let me remind you also.
You
Who is
do
the
your
80?
math. They
Who is
already
the
have
80?
it in them.
Who's the 80?
The 80 is a
Who's
man.
producing the 80?
I am, because I'm a man who works and takes care of what I do.
Who's producing the 80?
The 80 crew.
How is the person producing the 80 not receiving the 20?
Because women,
If we can answer
back
that,
at one
nigga, we
period of
all be
time,
happy.
most women
No,
want to work,
because at some
especially
point-
a woman in a committed marriage. She was at home taking care of the kids.
Nah, so
Look,
listen,
it
I'm
was-
just deflecting, but I want
Yeah,
y'all
I
to
know
know
what you're doing,
the
and I
first
love
person
it.
to go to war is
but
the man.
That's why I said we're the 80.
Look, at the end of the day, it boils down to how self-centered are you, how self-involved are you, how selfish are you, how much can you sacrifice, how much can you compromise, and what type of giver are you, or are you only a taker? Because if you're only a taker, that person is only going to be you're going to be a 20 to that person. You'll never be an 8. You feel me? But a real relationship is give and take. And sometimes the one that has more discipline gives more than they take.
So I'm just to clarify.
So what I'm saying
80
is,
needy,
if you are the type of person
No,
that gets bored
80 is
easily,
80
then
is
yeah,
the
you're
one
going to leave for
that
20 all
has
the
the
time.
resources. 80 is the one who owns the house.
That's 80. That's
So
need.
first of all,
No.
This was
Y'all,
80 was
look, I'm the conductor of this train. I'm not about to let y'all jump to that track. This is not about monetary gain. This ain't about how much money you got. Right. This ain't about none of that shit. This is about how much they reciprocate what you give them and how much you reciprocate what they give you. Period. It's just that simple. It's that, I don't give a fuck how much money.
So is that a
First of all,
want or a need?
for me, it doesn't matter. It's up to it's every relationship is still different.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's not about money. It's not about none of that. It's about each individual person's, like, what is your Achilles heel? What is your faults? What is your deep, like, desires? What's your freak side? What type of conversation you like to have with a motherfucker? What's your vibe? My thing is this, when I'm dealing with a female, the way we sync, vibe, connection, and energy. If a bitch hitting on all three, I'm so fucking it's retarded. I don't give a fuck. She ain't got to never work a fucking day in her life. She ain't got to do shit. I'm gonna be that nigga. Like, I'm gonna be a sucker, whatever. But I'm gonna love her like nobody's ever fucking loved her again in their life. Now, if you got 2 out of 3, and it just depends on which 2, you feel me? And I'm like, okay. But if you only got 1 or none, bruh, I can't fuck with you. Because I'm gonna be bored, and I'm literally just gonna be like, you know what? I'm not gonna be in a hole.
Let me throw a curveball at you.
Hold on,
She don't dress up sexy. She don't prepare herself
that's
and do her
vibe.
hair,
But
do
that's
the perfume,
That's vibe.
makeup.
Sexy,
You see me?
sexy can be
I'm
a
saying that's why I said
variation
to
of
you. That's why I said to you in the beginning is love
She
bomb.
would never.
She got pretty on the first date.
And
2 years later, nigga, she thugging it in your clothes.
You know what? I had 3 baby moms.
Hey, she like, when you gonna pick up your clothes?
Look, bro. I had 3 baby moms. I had 1 baby mom. Not saying which one or which order. Was literally, she was like, hold on. She was fine as a video vixen. She was fine, and they didn't really have, and she finds an Instagram model,
Yep.
and Instagram wasn't big then.
Yep.
In the beginning, when she was deceiving and manipulating and gaslighting me while she was still fucking married, bro.
Right.
You feel me? But by the time 3 months rolled, I was so deep in, I'm not backing out from this bad bitch. Whatever, we fucking. Like, I'm not invested in her.
Right.
And but at the end of the day, she was like, I'm gonna divorce him, blah blah, whatever. And eventually she did. But she literally held on to that shit for an entire fucking year. You feel me? Then when she got pregnant, made him think it was his fucking baby. I was already deep in, and I'm like, that is not my situation. You lied to me. You gotta tell him, because if I tell him, I'm gonna fuck around. It's gonna be a problem. But it still became a problem because this bitch was too scared to really stand on business. You feel me?
Right.
She moved. Now she did move out. She was living with her niece, who was grown, was 23, and we all stayed there together. Whenever he came, I'm the niece's friend. I'm like, whatever. I'm playing the game. You fucking sucking me every night.
Right.
And you pregnant with him. I know that's my baby, bitch, because I was potent back then. I was him. I got 5 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You feel me?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we rolled out. I hate that I rolled out so long. We rolled that out. By the time the baby came, I think he kind of knew it was what it was black ass. You feel me? And then it came down to a point where I had a gun. She bought it, and I'm literally about to bust this nigga. You feel me? But the universe said, nah, I got you. I got out of it. And then after the baby, she never dressed that fine again. She lost all her glossiness, her baby fat, and all that. You feel what I'm saying? So what you said, but I still love that bitch. But the fact that she became to the point where she couldn't drive 15 minutes to a job interview, bitch, no, I'm done.
And don't get me wrong.
And then she was mean.
Don't get me wrong.
She was
We
mean.
should always respect the fact that women do go through pregnancies, right? So let's throw that
But
into
I literally cooked her food
I was
3
really
meals
about
and
to
brought it
ask
to
you
her
like
bed.
that.
Well, but
I
let's throw
spoiled
that
her.
into the effect.
She didn't go through nothing for me though. I treated her like a
But
goddess.
let's say she gets through that postpartum depression
She
and all
never
that.
did. She never
At the end
dressed
of the
nice
day,
again.
And not just that,
I
it's
can
also the
spew
tummy.
onto you like, hey,
But
you need to
look,
do this.
but
You
look.
need to do that. Hold on.
They become
You need to do this.
self-conscious about the tummy.
I got you. Sense, right?
So yeah. So like at the end of the day, I didn't stop loving her, but when she became mean and started making me become toxic, now I gotta get the fuck away
I
from her.
bet you she knew she was what she was doing. And guess what?
You know what?
She probably said, it's your fault in the first place, so I do what I want.
Either way, I literally had to get out that situation. You feel me?
No, so
Um,
I want to throw a last comment in here.
All right.
We had to start helping ourselves. In order to be better for each other, we had to start helping ourselves, educating ourselves, even with health. You know what I'm saying? Like how and what foods that we eat, we got to start helping ourselves. In order to be better for our person.
Now, my wife, for instance, after our child was born, she lost a lot of weight. This is something that she does. Not every woman does that. As a man, you need to understand the type of tribulation that a woman goes through. If she's going to be there as loyal and have your children, you need to understand the beauty of that.
We're wrapping it up now. I'm about to head out in like 5
Hey y'all, we just expressing differences and how it can be viewed.
This is
I appreciate everybody coming. You know?
nah, bro. This is a real ass show. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I love seeing the comments. I see multiple comments. I see multiple hearts and hundreds going up. That is like my new thing. Cause at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep doing this show regardless if nobody watches. But the fact that I see people now starting to comment, busting hearts and so forth, I didn't even know about the little, those emojis until a couple weeks ago. So it's exciting right now. But I'm gonna keep putting this information out here for people to literally ponder, think, and then grow with. But in closing, I'm gonna say this: I am the most. It's not even about me being. That's not even me bragging. I just because of my avoidant and I don't like rejection, so I take more than I ever should.
This man right
because
here
I
is
need
the
you
loyal,
to literally
honorable,
give me 2 seconds.
and a good man.
I try to be, but at the end of the day, I take
So
more.
are you, Trev.
I take more because I don't want anybody to leave. I do not want anybody to leave. So yeah, I'm going to take some abuse, but it literally just exposes who they are. You feel me? And not who I am. And I had to learn that part too. But in relationships, it's about sacrifice. You might want to watch fucking Beauty in the Black, and it comes on at 8, every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, right? he might have a show that comes on at the same time. If you can't ever sacrifice and compromise and let this nigga watch his fucking show once, right, your relationship's gonna fail. If you gotta go to your girl's house every Saturday at a certain time and you only have one car and this man has something that he may want to do, or vice versa, you might have something that you know what I'm saying, your relationship gonna fail. If you can't sacrifice and let that person have a moment when you always winning and they're always letting you have your moment, whether it be because they're scared you're gonna leave, whatever the fuck the reason is. If you don't know how to sacrifice, if you don't know how to give, if you don't know how to love a person, even if you love something that they love, even if you don't love it, you feel me? Give them something. You know what I'm saying? It's give and take sometimes. Like sometimes a motherfucker literally will give 100% all the time, and the person just takes all the time, and they only work because they're just yin yang.
And to my healers out there, I want to add, brother. Sometimes sacrificing is great, but sacrifice not sacrifice. Lead by action. As you show progress, as you show progress in your own life, your person is going to want to follow along because they love the journey.
I always say, I'm not reactive. I'm sorry, I'm not proactive. I'm reactive. The only thing I'm proactive with is how I treat a person. You feel me? The respect, the loyalty, the admiration, allegiance, and all that. That you don't never have to coach me at. I'm gonna give that to you better than anybody has ever gotten in their whole fucking life. That's just me. But the reactive part is when you stay toxic. When I've never given you toxic, if you give me anger, if you give me aggression, when I've never given it to you, I've literally basically kind of kissed your ass type shit. When you get the aggression from me, you're not gonna fucking like it. I don't give a fuck if it's. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Do not mistreat me if I've never mistreated you. That is the only. That literally is one thing that I'm standing on that. You feel me? I stand on that because if I have enough discipline to literally hold my tongue and my tone and keep it at a loving, tender tone, nigga, you better keep yours too, because don't play with cancer. Seriously. But at the end of the day, I gotta go. My best friend, she's ready to be picked up. I love this show. An hour and a half. We kept it on 2 hours. I love the comments. I love seeing that. At the end of the day, please tell somebody about it. Share this episode. If you can feel on it on any level, like, share, comment, which a lot of y'all done. Share it, subscribe. Like, come on, man, let's keep it going. Let's get this shit out here and help these people out there so I can make an impact on the world.
Share
Love
with
you.
your friends, family, and everybody.
Share with your enemies. We want everybody to fucking watch.
If they don't like me, let them hate me, but let them make the comments.
Love you. Next time, which will probably be tomorrow because I got to move out of this house again. Like, fuck, my life sucks. It is what it is, but I'm not going to let yours suck. I'm going to try to help and love everybody. Till then, peace.
Toodles.